So y'all drive from Cali
down
to
to
Miami?
And got down there. Got on that cocaine. And
This is your first time getting introduced to coke, or you was already kind of into
well,
the
you know, I mean, look, you're just powder.
Yeah.
So I got down there, and during that time in the '80s, that's when like crack was really exploding. So we end up running what they call it. We used to call it a place where you could basically just come in. We had tables, you could sit down, smoke there, buy right there. So I'm there, my buddy, you know, he left, so I'm there by myself, and we get robbed by this Jamaican crew. Come in, get the dope. They put me on my knees, and they put a 9 to my head, and I heard it go click, 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 click. And he said, "Oh, fuck it." And he just hit me in the back of the head. Favor ain't fair.
Damn. So you could have lost your life just going down to Miami to go do coke and fuck off.
Favor ain't fair. And then I really started smoking real heavy, and I ended up being homeless in Miami.
Okay, so wait. Y'all go to Miami. How long do y'all stay? What's the plan to stay? Y'all just going for a week?
There wasn't no plan.
Oh, we just going to Miami. Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
But the plan is to go to Miami.
Go to Miami.
Whatever happens after that is what happens after that.
And get some good ass coke. They got that shit down in Miami.
So y'all go down there on a coke mission, and do you get introduced to crack in Miami?
Yeah.
So how is that? Because it's always amazing to me, like, you know, by the time, like, I was born in '84, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I saw crack, like, it was still going on, but by this time, it was like known, like, there's consequences for this shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like a cool thing, like, oh, this is the new thing we doing. Like, talk about that time and just how.
Of course, I always smoked weed. So at that time, we used to call them primos.
Put it in there with the,
Crumble it up, put it in that weed,
yeah.
nigga.
Yeah.
That was it. But see, also, too, is I was a trick master. I loved hoes. So the more I started fucking with hoes, giving them shit to smoke, then I started hitting it. And then once I started hitting that shit, it was over. It was.
I'd heard a lot of stories of guys like getting involved with it through women. Like it was that was the tie.
Yeah, that's what happens. So ended up fucking that up, and my boy, he came back to California, and I said I ain't going back because I knew I had a warrant out for my arrest. I had been gone so long, I never reported. I ain't gonna go back to California.
Yeah, because you're on parole.
I ain't going back, and ended up ended up being homeless down in Miami. I was homeless for about 5 months, 5 to 7 months.
Okay. How long are y'all in Miami before your boy goes back?
About a year.
So a year, this coke mission turns into a year in Miami.
Right. Right. It was there, and it just kept getting out of hand. But Miami at that time wasn't like the Miami y'all see today.
It's Miami Vice times, right? Like,
yeah, and also too, it's like where South Beach was. Yeah. It wasn't nothing but old Jews lived down there.
People weren't hanging out. They wasn't partying.
And dope fiends lived down there. Where the Miami Arena is at now, off of Biscayne Boulevard, that's where I was homeless.
Wow.
Where the Heats Arena is at is where I was homeless.
So okay, you go homeless, and I mean, how is that? Because I mean, not only are you homeless, you're in somewhere like not even. This ain't Sacramento.
Yeah,
this ain't San Diego. This is a whole nother. You're on a whole other side of the country.
Being homeless, exactly. And I didn't tell my mom and dad. I never believed in that shit.
Are you still in contact with your folks through this whole time?
A little bit, just a little bit. But once I became homeless, I didn't contact them. I didn't believe in. Again, I'm the same way.
You deal with it yourself.
This shit.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be calling them, crying to them, asking for me to do shit. That's never been my deal. I created this shit. I'm gonna live in this shit. I just don't believe in that. And I never will forget this day. I was this is the lowest point I think I've ever been in my life. So I was standing on the street corner on Biscayne Boulevard, and the Miami Herald was right there behind me. Cause they had to get there. There's a causeway to go across over to Miami Beach. So I was standing there, and I realized if something happened to me today, nobody would know. There was nobody looking for me. with no open arms. There was nothing. I was completely empty.
Tell me this.
I had nothing.
So are you and your friend, is he kind of like, are you getting deeper into the drugs and he's kind of like, I'm going to just go back home?
Yeah.
That's what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was getting deeper into it. I couldn't sell shit because I was going to smoke the shit up.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's that day I was completely empty. And I never had a God relationship at that time because I couldn't understand. I would hear people talking about, God is good. Well, God wasn't good to me. If God was so good, then why would he let me at 10 or 11 years old when I'm innocent be abused? Don't talk to me about God. Maybe your God and what you do, but so I had an issue with God for a long time.
Tell me this too. What happens with your brother at this time? Do you just completely stop contacting him?
Yeah.
So y'all never been close? That was
it.
Yeah,
And I still have not, I don't know how many years, maybe 23, 24 years since I talked to my brother. But that wasn't on me because I understood that he was a child. He had his issues he was going through. I can forgive that shit. But he could never get over it. That shame, guilt, and remorse.
Yeah.
So, fuck it. That's on you. If you can't get over it, that's your problem. But as long as I cleaned up my side of the street, and it still goes back to when I get ready to die, I don't want that. You know what? I wish I would have. Listen, Donnie, I don't have any I wish I would have. Not one. Not one. I could lay down and there's nothing I can say, I wish I would have done that. I don't do that. Everything that I thought that God wanted me to do and he showed me to do, I did. Period. Donnie Houston.